Commitment carries different weight for everyone. For some, it is a promise, never failing to keep your word. And for others, it's the gravity of time where we constantly battle our infinite amount of responsibilities. What is commitment for you?
Commitment to me would be staying true to your word. So basically, if commit to something, if you give your word that you're going to be somewhere, for example, you're going to stay true to your word.
If you have full commitment to whatever you're doing, it doesn't matter whether you're working in retail or you're working as a doctor or in any other field. You have to be committed to that profession.
Commitment is, to me, basically when you say you're going to do something, you do it. You don't back down no matter what, unless you have a serious excuse for it.
Commitments to me are keeping promises.
If you commit something, you should do it. You should first make sure you have time for it.
Commitment is fulfill what you accept to do.
And being dedicated and focused for whatever it is that you've been committed to.
Well, commitment means basically it's dedicated attention to any cause, and it's not only just words, it's basically action and to implement that.
Commitments, it's a subjective thing. For example, having an interview right now, I cannot just walk away. This is a commitment.
Hello? Yep. Yep. I'm on it, Mr. Wayne. Yeah, I got it. ASAP. Sure. Yeah, okay. Bye. Oh my God. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullah. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullah.
Assalamu alaikum, Papa. Are you almost done your salah?
Walaikum salam. No, I still have Asr and Maghrib left.
We all deal with it in different ways, but commitment is something we must all endure. Have you been overwhelmed by your commitments before? What has been preventing you from fulfilling them? Perhaps the challenge is too great a match for us.
Islam is actually all about commitment. Commitment is something we have to struggle with because we are human beings placed in this world as a test. So life and death and everything that comes in between are there to test us. It's to test our resolve and our commitment to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Sometimes the battle is with ourselves. We become a barrier, an obstacle for our own selves. Sometimes it's other people. Sometimes it's circumstances. Sometimes it's something that has come to our knowledge, come to our understanding, and it's holding us back. So all of these obstacles are there to see how committed we are to those goals. So of course it's hard to stay committed because all of life is about testing our commitment.
With an infinite amount of responsibilities and a finite amount of time, it may seem practically impossible to conquer our commitments. You are not but a collection of days. Once those days have passed by, so will you. If you spend too much time thinking about a thing, you will never get it done. Maybe there is a way we can spend our collection of days on this earth to fulfill our commitments.
Time management is a tool that's like really essential in our religion as well, right? We're taught to wake up early for Fajr and everything like that. So alhamdulillah, through that, I think it's very beneficial because you can balance everything. And at the end of the day, I think that's what really is an essential skill for a Muslim is balance, is how to balance things and everything.
Time management is probably the most important thing.
So I believe that there is always opportunities is to do certain things more effectively, so you can save time on one area and you can contribute in a different area.
You know, specifically in terms of religion and Islam, I mean, no matter how busy you are, no matter how active you are outside of the community, for example, and outside of religious activities, you know, I don't think there's really any excuse to stay away from activities that enrich your mind and enrich your heart.
So I think a lot of people are struggling with this, and I am too, but alhamdulillah, if we balance schoolwork and religious work by managing our time properly, I think alhamdulillah we can overcome the struggle.
So it doesn't really matter. I mean, everybody's busy in this day and age. You know, everybody has work and family commitments and school and things like that. But regardless of that, there's always time, you know, to make that you can spare for your deen.
And that's the reason I've chosen this training day to come here to learn some of the techniques to do effectively. There are two ways to do the things. Either you do it to trial and error, or you learn the trade and implement it.
Are you committed to salat? Are you committed to your own identity as a Muslim? Sometimes the easiest thing to do is to forsake your identity. I was fortunate enough to have this inner belief that Allah will not waste you if you strive to get close to Him. Allah has never wasted anyone who has tried to get close to Him. And as long as I am sincere in my objective, then the tests will come like they came to people before me, but Allah is going to help me through it. And honestly, the tathbeet, the strength, and the firming of the feet, it comes only from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You could give maybe 100 different mental solutions or answers to these objections and questions that arise, but at the end of the day, it's about sheer belief. And what do you really believe in? And that's what you follow.
قل إنني هداني ربي إلى صراط مستقيم دينا قيما ملة إبراهيم حنيفا وما كان من المشركين قل إن صلاتي ونسكي ومحياي ومماتي لله رب العالمين.
حي على الصلاة حي على الصلاة.
Our lives are centered around our various commitments. Our commitments to our families, friends, to our work and our community. What many people don't know is that all of this is encapsulated within the sphere of Islam. One thing to keep in mind is that there will always be a struggle, but no matter how hopeless your efforts seem or how many responsibilities are thrown your way, Allah will never abandon you. There is only one thing you must do: it's persist. Sometimes we don't even realize what we're doing to ourselves. Our blatant disregard for fundamental responsibilities has made us apathetic. What passes over our heads is that there is no way to take back lost time. There is no rewind button. But what we can do is change. Have you affected change in yourself, your family, your community, so that the fulfillment of commitment has become a pleasure that we have once again uncovered?